Welcome back. U.S. Senator Kamala Harris has been selected as former Vice President Joe Biden's running mate for his election bid. Harris has spent her entire political career breaking barriers. She was the first black woman from California to serve in the U.S. Senate and the first of Indian and West Indian descent to appear on a presidential ticket. She is the daughter of Jamaican and Indian immigrants. Civil engineer and political analyst John Peters says the upcoming U.S. elections should be very interesting.
But it's an interesting flip. We had a black president that chose a white running mate in Joe Biden, and Joe Biden has flipped the switch. He's now gone with a black woman as his running mate for the presidential race. I believe it's important that we recognize her roots. Her father is Jamaican, her mother is from India. She has kept both of her ancestors foremost in her mind, in what I've seen of her and what obviously she has portrayed over the years that she has been in public service. She's a senator now. And I think it was a good choice that Joe Biden did.
Peters believes that if victorious, Harris will have the political fortitude to push for better relations between the United States and the Caribbean.
One would hope that with someone with such strong Caribbean roots, that the relationships between the United States and the Caribbean would be altered significantly.
U.S. President Donald Trump, for his part, has said that Harris is not a person who's liked, insisting that people will fall out of love with her very quickly. Trump said of Harris in an interview, quote, "She campaigned and she campaigned very hard. Whenever people heard her open her mouth, she went down," unquote. Peters says a black woman is destined to be attacked twice as much, but he says seeing what Kamala Harris has stood for throughout her various careers, she is built for any challenge that comes her way. Minister for Tourism Dominic Fede is not at all concerned that the CDC's Level 3 advisory will negatively impact St. Lucia's efforts to resuscitate the tourism sector. He says the island continues to be on track with the phased reopening of the borders. He touts what he says is the island's reputation as an exemplary destination to be modeled. Genevieve Gonzague reports.
St. Lucia has been welcoming regional and international visitors from June 4th, 2020, while implementing strict social distancing, quarantine, and other health and safety protocol. On August 6th, there was a collective gasp from citizens when the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, in the United States issued a Level 3 warning for St. Lucia, which is a recommendation that travelers avoid all non-essential travel to St. Lucia. Minister for Tourism Dominic Fede says Level 3 is an upgrade from Level 4, and further, he believes that the warning will in no way affect the country's efforts to revive the tourism and hospitality sector.
An official from the U.S. Embassy indicated that while Level 4 is where we came from, actually told the American traveling public not to travel at all. We opened our borders and we opened our tourism industry within those circumstances, and we've had the level of success that we've gotten so far. Now that this is an improvement where it says that you travel only when necessary, I think that this is only going to help to aid our aspirations to rebound tourism and reopen it as fast as we can. So I want to leave the people of St. Lucia with every assurance that this does not have a negative impact at all on our tourism efforts. The list of countries that are placed there, I would say the entire world is actually under the advisory issued by the United States. But we see that people are continuing to travel.
Fede says the island has been doing an outstanding job when it comes to the protocols set for visitors, as well as the level of caution that was used when deciding to reopen the borders.
We have to be very proud of what has happened with the United Kingdom. I was very proud when I saw the announcement that St. Lucia was among some 53 countries in the entire world to be placed in a travel bubble with the United Kingdom. We saw that Spain was actually removed quite recently out of that travel bubble because of an outbreak of cases there. I think what that says to us is that we cannot be complacent.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Donaldin Vite, explained that St. Lucia continues to be exemplary in its efforts to respond to COVID-19 while reintroducing tourism.
In the wake of St. Lucia's conceptualization of resumption of tourism, we basically set the scene and set the stage for other countries to follow and have borrowed from our protocols. It is these very same protocols that have measured our success as of today. As of today, we have 13 properties that are COVID certified, and these protocols are by no joke easy to meet. The level of rigor that's established within the protocols, it requires a level of investment by the hotels, and it is actually requiring and building the confidence of even the staff who work there.
The nonchalance of the tourism minister has not been shared by all members of the government. Health Minister Mary Isaac on Wednesday told Hot 7 TV that health authorities in St. Lucia deserve justification for such a warning on the part of the U.S. officials. She called the CDC advisory bewildering news. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve.
Thank you, Genevieve. Since the announcement by his office that Prime Minister Alain Chastanet is on leave until the 22nd of August, there has been a steady chorus of questions about the timing of his leave, given that the country is still under a state of emergency. The matter has even spawned this viral meme on social media, which reads, "Chastanet must go, Chastanet must go." Then the PM goes on 2 weeks vacation. They're crying, why Chastanet go? So we took to the streets to find out from you whether you think the Prime Minister's leave is ill-timed or whether you think the complaints are much ado about nothing. Here's what you had to say.
Well, me, I like to think on the humane side, and I normally don't choose colors based on something like that. First thing I'd like to say is he's human. After being the Prime Minister for a while, a rest sometimes is necessary on the humane side, and this is why you have an acting Prime Minister as well. However, the Prime Minister going on vacation would mean that he has people in places that can do the necessary things when he's not around. So we have to think humanly and think on the right side, because all of us at some point in life, we need a timeout. Running a country too, St. Lucians must understand, running a country is not just black and white and I say this side. It takes a lot to run a country. And if he needs a vacation, he has assistants, he has a team of people working with, we owe him that much.
I do not disagree with the fact that the Prime Minister needed a little rest. So it was all right that he went a little on leave. But to me, he should not have let Guy Joseph act as Prime Minister. He should allow Stephenson King to act as Prime Minister instead of Guy Joseph. That is the way I see it.
Well, opinion moi, c'est il s'apprend vacances là l'autre mois. Actuellement ça va il plus chaud. Il s'apprend petit patience et après ça il s'allait prendre vacances là.
Pourquoi dit pas actuellement là, c'est pour actuellement?
Non. Actuellement, ça n'est pas nécessaire pour faire ça. Et ces boucles-là, en l'air de ces jours, ça est pour y aider là pour y défendre quoi.
Yeah, I want to break because he need pressure. He got top power, so I want to break for that.
Well, if the man feels tired, he's the head of state. He run things. So if he feels for vacation, let him take his vacation. That's why I see it. Because he's the Prime Minister. So he can stop me, but no one can stop him. So if that's what he feels for, let him go ahead.
He should be here. State of emergency if something happens. Who are we going to call on? Brother Guy? Mr. Guy? No, that's a bad time. Okay?
Why not? He's entitled to his vacation. He can go. I don't have a problem with that. So.
Well, pour ce clan là, mais c'est pour conseiller les pièces livres. So, because tant ça va pas les bon pour ça, pas même monsieur. Badouza, because pressure les monsieur, monsieur a les vacances vite là. Qu'est-ce Prime Ministre pour qu'on fait ce clan qui a les vacances? So, me say just enlève vacances because of pressure of pays here. So, me say I prend vacances par quoi. Ou j'ai maintenant Kenyan Tony qui élection qui 5 l'année, il fait 5 l'année, 10 l'année, avec Kenyan Tony enlève vacances. C'est là où Kenyan Tony enlève vacances. C'est là, il a quitté le pays, il a l'autre pays, il a quitté le député par le ministère. Même non, mais pas ça, juste enlève vacances, enlève mon quoi. Et qui pas même voir OK qui enlève vacances. Il juste fait gouille. So, moi, j'ai un problème avec M. Bouza. Ou tu as dit, moi, j'ai un problème avec Chasne Bouza. Comment ça? 5 l'année, ou juste à la politique, ou juste un site. Ou tu as dit, juste un prime ministre, ou à enlève vacances, enlève mon. Hein? Ou juste enlève vacances, enlève mon, juste quoi? Just qu'on peut faire 5 l'année à les vacances, je vais si porter ça. Monsieur, si West est là, pour prêcher. Et le pays a mis ouvert avant là, ça va pas pays pour ouvrir. Mais après ça, Trump, l'Amérique.
Global Enterprises Management Solutions, GEMS, in collaboration with the International Bamboo and Rattan Organization, INBA, has launched a series of webinars on bamboo and bamboo uses. Member of GEMS, Windia Janay, explained that this is an opportunity to not just teach youth about the uses of bamboo, but also to open up creative avenues for entrepreneurs.
From August 12, 2020, the Global Enterprises Management Solutions, GEMS, in collaboration with the International Bamboo and Rattan Organization, INBA, will launch a series of webinars on bamboo in St. Lucia. Bamboo is St. Lucia's national plant, and the goal of the two organizations is to show that nature-based solutions can be used to remedy a number of social ills. Member of GEMS, Windia Krishna Shonai, explained that they are hoping to open up a host of possible creative ventures for those who participate.
The main aim is to position bamboo as a valuable local commodity which would help reduce unemployment amongst young persons and also create opportunities for entrepreneurship. Bamboo can be used in the production of handicraft and furniture, as well as the construction and environmental applications such as soil regeneration, water sources protection, soil erosion, only to name a few.
Community leaders, agricultural enthusiasts, policymakers interested in sustainability, youth activists, and youth with demonstrated leadership ability, as well as a strong interest in agriculture and the desire to work in a cooperative, team-oriented atmosphere are all invited and encouraged to partake in the webinars. Jonai says this is an opportune time for the focus to be shifted from tourism to other sectors like agriculture.
This initiative with INBA will help young persons create beneficial opportunities for themselves, especially now since we got hit, the tourism sector got hit as a result of COVID. We need to look at possibly agriculture and how this could help improve the economic development of our country, St. Lucia.
All interested persons should contact Windia Jonai at 518-9201 for more information. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Janique Bonja.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Sports and weather are coming up after the break.